If it is print 3 plus 4, the answer is, here first one is a digit, second one is also a digit, then 3 plus 4, the answer is 7. Okay. Here we are using first is a string, second is again a string. Okay. So we are adding two strings. When we are using plus operator along with strings, the answer is concatenation. That is, we are joining two values, that is 3, 4. When we are representing a digit within double quotes, means it is not a digit, it's a string. If it is in single quotes also, we will consider as a string, not a digit. Okay. So if we are adding two string values, means it is the operation, it is concatenation. So 3 plus 4, which is the first one is a string, second one is also a string, so the answer is 34. Okay. That is the common mistake in your answer sheets. Okay. Then we can continue with that function chapter. That first chapter I will take after this function chapter. Okay. This is the last topic we discussed. That is, it is based on functions. In functions, we are using mainly three types of arguments. In function, we are using two arguments, which are formal arguments or formal parameter, and actual arguments and actual parameter. Then we again divide the arguments which are used in function call statements into three. Which are the different arguments used in function call? First one, it is positional argument. That is, based on the position we are assigning values. That is, the first value is assigned to here. The first value is assigned to first formal argument. Second value is assigned to second formal argument. That is, assignment of value based on position. That is positional argument. Then in the case of second one, it is default argument. Default argument means, in the case of function definition, we are giving some default value to some arguments. That is default argument. Okay. First one, it is positional arguments. Positional argument is a normal argument. That is, we can give values based on the position. That is positional argument. Then the case of default argument, when we are defining a function, we are giving some default value to the formal arguments. That is default arguments. Then last one, it is keyword or named arguments. Keyword or named argument means, when we are using a function call statement, we are giving name along with value. Okay, that is keyword or named argument. We are giving name along with value. That is, this is an example for this is an example for keyword or named argument. Keyword or named argument means we are using values along with argument name. Okay, principal PRIN is the argument name. We are giving 3000 value with this PRIN argument. Okay, all of you switch on the video. So this is an example for named or keyword arguments. Example for positional argument is 6, 7, 8, 9. This is an example for positional argument. We are giving some values in function call statement. That values are assigned based on the position. That is, first value is assigned to first formal argument. Second value is assigned to second formal argument. Emmanuel, Ashwin, Adul, switch on the video. All of you switch on the video. Okay, so this is positional argument, that is values are assigned based on position. Then second example, it is default argument, and default argument for for actual argument is there, we are giving only 2 because okay. If 4 formal arguments are there in function definition, at the time of function call statement we are using only 2 because the balance 2 have its own default value. That is default argument. We are giving a default value at the time of function definition. When we are using a function definition, the word def encounter, the interpreter finds a word def, it will consider that body as a function, and it will skip the execution of the function body. Okay, that is the execution pattern of function. So this is default argument. The last one, it is named argument. This is an example for named argument. That is, instead of giving value alone, in the case of keyword argument, we are giving name along with value. Okay, that is keyword or named argument. The case of positional argument, we are just giving values. The case of default argument also, we are just giving values without argument name. But in the case of keyword or named argument, we are giving values along with argument name. Here 5 along with CC. CC is the argument name. 3000 is the value and print is the argument name. So we are giving values along with argument name. Okay. Then okay, Diya. So we discussed all this one. Last 3 is not discussed, I think so. Okay. Is this valid? Okay. Interest rate is equal to 0.05, 3000, 5. Is this valid? Interest rate is equal to, okay. This one is valid or not? How we can identify the rules related with this is not a valid statement, because first in function call statement, first value are in positional argument, are for positional arguments. Okay, so we want to write the function call statement like this. This is valid statement because first values are based on positional arguments, and second we are using keyword or named argument. Okay, so the rule of using multiple argument is, first we want to use positional arguments, then only we can use the named arguments or keyword arguments. So here we are using, first we are using named argument, so it is illegal or invalid statement, invalid function call statement, because here first we use this named argument. If there is any positional argument is there, then first time you want to use the positional argument, then only you can use keyword or named argument. That is the rule related with multiple arguments. Okay, then what about this one? Here, is it valid or invalid? Manual.
Valid.
Valid. Okay. Achyut.
Not valid.
Why, Achyut?
Because 500 is coming at the beginning.
500 is?
It's in the beginning.
Then what is the problem?
We have written as print because
What Achut?
PIN
Ah, ah,
CC comma type.
yes. Okay. The problem is we are assigning multiple values to print. That is the problem. This is invalid statement because in this statement, based on positional value, this 5000 is assigned to print. Automatically, this first value is assigned to print. Okay. But again, I am using a keyword argument for assigning value 3000 to print. So 3000 and 5000 is assigned for the same argument print. That is the problem. Okay. Here automatically the first value is assigned for print, but after that I am again giving 3000 value to print. So two values are assigned for the same variable. That is illegal. Is it clear, Emmanuel? Okay. So what about this one? Ashwin? Second last one.
Valid, ma'am.
Valid. Why?
No, not valid, not valid.
Why?
Principal.
Principal. Ashwin?
Principal is
Principal is not an argument name. Okay. Principal is not an argument name. That is the first reason. That is 3000. After 3000, I am giving a keyword name as principal. Here, our argument name is print, not principal. Okay. So, it is print. So, here that is the first reason. If it is print also, it is not valid because this 7000 and 3000 is assigned for the same argument. So then also it is not valid. So here there is no keyword like this. Our keyword name is PRIN, but here I am giving PRINCIPAL. So this is not in our function. So it is invalid. Then I am giving another one. It is interest 3000 comma 50 comma CC equal to 55. What about this function interest within bracket? It is 3000 comma 50 comma CCC. 3 C's are there, which is equal to 55. Is it valid, Gauri?
No, ma'am.
Why?
CC have two values.
Yes, CC have multiple value, 2 values. Okay. The another one more that is the second reason. What is the first reason?
CCC.
Here the name is CCC. There is no argument name like CCC. The argument name it is CC. Okay. So this is invalid. The reason is, the correct reason is, this function call statement is invalid because there is no such argument like CCC. Our argument name is CC. It is not CCC. If it is CC, if the statement is like this, 3000 comma 50 comma CC is equal to 55, it is also invalid because we are assigning 2 values to CC, 50 and 55 to CC. So then also it is not valid. Is it clear? that multiple values and different name? These are some questions based on MCQ. Okay, Aryan, is it clear, Aryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what about the last one, Aryan? Switch on the video. Aryan, what about the last one? Last function call statement?
Valid.
Valid. Then, why it is valid? Give the reason. You just take the definition of that interest function. How many arguments are there in that definition?
2.
Only 2. This is the function definition of interest. How many arguments are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 arguments are there. Then time and rate has default value, but print, we want to give value for print and we want to give value for CC also. Okay, this is the function definition based on that function call statements. Okay, then what about the last function call? Srihari?
Not valid.
Not valid. Why?
CC doesn't have value.
Here we are using time has value 2, rate 0.1. That first value, this is one positional value. So this positional value 500 is assigned to the first argument. Based on positional value, this 500 is assigned to print. But we need one more value for CC. It is missing here. One value is missing here. So it is invalid. Okay. The value for CC is not here. So this statement is also invalid. Okay. I'll give another question. Achyut, what about this one? Interest 500 comma 20 comma rate is equal to 0.1.
No, ma'am, invalid.
Invalid. Why?
Because like 20 is not correctly defined.
20?
20 shouldn't be there actually, because string already we have given us 500.
Yes. Then?
Time we have given us 2.
Okay. Then?
So if we want to change 2, we need to give time equal to 20.
Then this 20 is assigned for which argument? Based on positional argument, this first one is assigned for?
Time.
First one is assigned for
First one is to print.
print. Then 20 is for?
Time.
No. Take the definition. Which one is the second argument? It is CC. Okay. First value, that is 500, is assigned to print and 20 is assigned to CC. Time and rate, we are using default argument. So if there is no value in the function call statement for time, there is no problem because it will take 2 as time. Okay. In the function call statement, here the statement, it is interest 500 comma 20 comma rate is equal to 0.01. That is the function call statement. Okay. Here the first value is assigned for principal amount. Second value is assigned for CC. Then time, we have no value here in the function call statement, but there is no problem because time is a default argument. The interpreter will take this 2 as time. If there is no value here, it will take 2 as time. So if there is no value for time, there is no problem. It's a valid statement. Is it clear, Achyut? Okay. Any doubt related with this function, multiple argument function calls? Anyone? No. I'll give one more question. Aryan? Is it valid, Aryan?
No, ma'am.
Why? Give the reason, Aryan.
Because only two are given.
Only 2 variable, then it is not valid. Diya?
Valid.
Valid. Because 500 is assigned to principal amount. 500 is assigned to principal amount, that is first value. Second value is assigned to CC. Then what is the value of time and rate? Time and rate are default argument. So it will take the default value assigned here. That is, the value of time it is 2 and the value of rate it is 0.09. Is it clear, Aryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if there is 2 value, then also here we are using only 2 values, but here we are using 4 arguments, 4 formal arguments. So if you are using 2 value, then also it is true, because it is based on positional argument we are giving values here. So 500 is the first value is assigned to first formal argument. Second value is assigned to second formal argument. After that we are using 2 default arguments. So if there is no value in function call statement for this default argument, there is no problem. It will take this default value. 2 is the value of time and 0.09 is the value of rate. Is it clear? Okay. So next, write the heading, returning values from functions. Returning values from function. Functions in Python may or may not return a value. We are discussing the functions based on returning some values. Now we are discussing returning values, returning functions that return value and that not returning a value. Functions in Python may or may not return a value. There can be 2 types of functions in Python. So in function, there are 2 types of functions. That is, first one, it will return a value using return statement. And second one, it will not use a return statement. Aryan, switch on the video. after this PT2 exam, you want to start our project discussion. Okay. Next Monday I will explain the project. Okay. There is no need of coding. You just discuss the select the project name and the general terms modules related with that project you want to discuss and write it. Okay.
Wise?
What, Achyut?
Is it group wise?
Group wise but individual project. That means 3 students can take the same topic. Okay, same topic you can take 3 students, but in our situation it is just like that. You want to do your own way. Okay, it is just like a individual project, but 3 students can take same project. If it is library management is the project, the project name is library management, then Achyut, Gauri, Aryan can take the same topic, but you want to do it separately. Okay, that is the thing. So returning values from functions, that is based on returning values, we are dividing 2 functions into 2. Based on returning values or based on return statement, we are dividing the functions into 2. The first one is non-void function and second one is void function. Okay, first one is non-void function and second one is void function. We are discussing about in previous classes we are discussing about this non-void functions. Non-void functions means functions returning some values. Functions returning some value. Our first program, it is based on sum. That is how we will use this the function sum a comma b, then return a plus b, or we can use a statement like this: s is equal to a plus b, then return s. So here we are using a return statement. Okay. Achyut, that doubt, that is in this print statement we can use so many function call statement. Okay, sum a comma b comma subtract a comma b, just like that. Any number of function call we can use here. Okay, the case of function call statement, in that calculator question we can use any number of function call statement with one print statement. Okay. So we already discussed that non-void function. Non-void function means functions that return some value. It is based on constant value or it is based on variable. Any way we can use that one. That is s is equal to a plus b, then return s. That means we are just after addition, the value is assigned to s and this s is returned to the main program. So this is an example for non-void function. Okay, non-void function means functions that return some value. That is non-void function. And second one, it is functions not returning any value. That is void function. Void means empty value. If you are not returning a value, or if you are not using return statement, or if you are not using any value returned, then that function is known as void function. Okay, so based on the return statement, we are dividing 2 functions into 2. That is, first one it is void function and second one it is non-void function. Non-void function means functions that return some value using return statement. Okay, using return statement we are returning some values like return s, return a comma b, return 5, return 20, just like that. Okay, if a function definition that use return statement for returning some values, the function name it is non-void function. Then if the function that is not returning any value, that is known as void function. Okay. So first we discussing about that non-void function. We already discussed that one. Just mention the topics related with this. That is functions returning some values. That is, it is, the name it is non-void function. It is non-void function. Functions returning some value. The name it is non-void function. The functions that return some computed result in terms of a value fall in this category. Okay. The syntax it is return value. The value returned can be any one of the following. That is, we can return a literal, we can return a variable, we can return an expression. Okay. The function definition that will return a value is known as non-void function. The syntax used is return a value. That is, that value returned is either a literal, a variable, or an expression. Literal means constants. Okay, constant value, that is literal. Here, this is an example for returning variable. Okay. S is a variable. S is a variable. So, I am returning this variable. So, the value returned is a variable. S is a variable or identifier. So, it is the return statement will return a variable. Then, I will give one example for literal. It is su, comma, s, comma, y. Return 5. This is an example for literal. Return literal. Here 5 is the constant value. This is constant value. Or 5.1 is another constant value. Okay. This is constant value. Constant value means we cannot change the value. That is, if we want to change this value, we can remove this value, erase the value and replace another value. That is the only way. That type of values are known as constant value. Okay. So, literal or constant, we can return a literal or constant means we can use this statement like this: return 5, return 5.1, return 50. Then, if I want to return a string value, then I can use like this: return AB. This is a string constant. Okay. So, in the case of non-void function, we can return values as a literal, a variable, or an expression. Variable, we already do all the programs based on this variable. That is, after subtraction or after addition or after multiplication and division, we are returning the result based on this variable. So, it is return S. Here S is the variable. In the case of literal, we are passing a constant value along with this return statement. So, return 5.1 is an example for literal. Return 50 is another example. This is integer literal. 50 is integer literal. 5.1 is which literal, Aryan? 5.1? It is float literal. Okay. That is a number with floating point value, or a number with fractional part is known as float. Okay. Floating point number. A number with fractional part. Here I am using 5.1. So, a decimal point is there and some value is there. So, this a number with fractional part is known as float. Floating point number, and its data type it is float. Okay. Here it is float literal. Here it is integer literal or int literal. Here there is no fractional part, so that value is known as integer value. So this is integer literal. A value within double quotes or single quotes is known as string. That is, here it is known as string literal. Okay, so literal means constant. The alternate name for literal, it is constant. That is from the first chapter. So a literal, it is it is a constant, and the main constants used here are float value. For float literal we can use, integer literal we can use, string literal we can use. So many other literals are there. That is, collection literal is there, boolean literal is there. We can just discuss these three literals. That is, float literal, that is a number with fractional part. Integer literal, that is a whole number, that is integer literal. String literal, the characters within single quotes or double quotes is considered as string literal. Okay. So in non-void function, the value returned can be any one of the following. Either we can use a literal for return statement along with return statement, or we can use a variable along with return statement, or we can use an expression. Then I will explain that expression term. DEF sum x comma y. I will return the statement like this, x plus y. This is an example for expression. Here I am giving one expression. I am writing one expression along with the return statement. What is the meaning of expression? Expression means it's a combination of variables, constants and values. That is just like our normal mathematical expression. That is, an example, it is a plus b plus 1 is an example for expression. Okay, then a 2 plus 10. This is an example for another expression. So expression means the equations, or equations is like in maths. So we can give an expression here. Okay, we can write one expression here along with return statement. That is an expression. Or another statement, it is return a minus b. It's another example for return statement with expression. Okay, another example, it is return a plus b by c. Is another example for expression. Here there is no need of this bracket. We can just write return x plus y. Okay, then return x minus y. It's time. Okay. Return x minus y. There is no need of this bracket. If bracket is necessary for your expression, then you can write bracket. If this bracket is necessary for this a plus b, you can give bracket. Okay. What is the use of this bracket here? What is the meaning of this bracket here? Emmanuel, what is the meaning of this bracket here? A plus b.
I don't know.
Aditya?
And highest precedence. So
Ah,
it will execute.
so it will first calculate this a plus b. Okay. First you want to perform this a plus b. Then after that the result is divided by c. That is the meaning. Okay. So using expression along with return statement, there is no need of bracket. You just write return x plus y. The meaning is that x and y is added and the result is returned to the main program. And here another statement, return x minus y. That is, x is subtracted, y is subtracted from x and the result is returned to the main program. Here I am using return a plus b by 2. Here the meaning is that first you want to calculate a plus b. After that, divide that result by 2 and return the result. Okay, that is the meaning. So there is no need of using brackets and return statement. If you want to give some preference for some operation, you want to give the brackets, just like this. Okay, another statement it is return a into a star 3. What is the meaning? First you want to perform this a exponent 3. After that, the result is multiplied with a. Okay, this is another example for expression. So in the case of non-void function, we can return 3 types of values. First it is literal. Literal means constant, that is return 5, return 5.1, return within single quotes or double quotes a. These are some examples for literal return. Literal means constant value, that is 5, 5.1, 50, just like that. All these are literals or constants. Then the case of variable, we just write the variable name. Return s, return y, return sum, return sub is an example for variable. Then the case of expression, write the expression here. Expression means it's a combination of variables, constants and operators. Okay, that is a plus b plus 1. This is an example for expression. That means here I am using 2 variables. These a and b are variables. 1 is a constant. Then plus, 2 plus are used. This plus is operator. So expression means it's a combination of variables, constants and operators. So last value, it is a return statement that is based on expression. That means we can give one expression as value along with return statement. Okay.